welcome SRL fans to Leichhardt Oval for this clash between the Tigers and the Penrith Panthers. I'm Luke Short in the commentary box tonight. I've got Liam Ryan. How are you, mate?
Yeah, Luke, I'm excited here tonight at the west of Sydney in Leichhardt, and obviously both these sides, it's a huge clash here tonight. Both these sides, they're coming off wins from last week and in dominant fashion too. Obviously, the Tigers, they were huge victors over the Dolphins up in Queensland, and yeah, they scored 50 points. I'm not sure if that's the one of the only times we've seen 50 points this season, but they were dominant last week, and it'll be interesting to see if they can continue that here tonight with the Panthers obviously dominant as well, winning by about 40 points. So, yeah, it should be a really interesting clash here tonight.
Yeah, clash at Leichhardt. It's a very famous oval, and yeah, as you said, both teams very strong last week. We should see plenty of points, and defense will be a question to ask later. As we say, Penrith, they will kick us off here with Riley Murray putting this one onto the tee. But yeah, as we said, Tigers putting up 50 points last week. Liam, Penrith, what do they need to do off the bat to stop that from starting?
Look, I think that it comes off the back of this forward pack. I think they've got to really work hard in the first 20 minutes to really combat this Tigers forward pack, because that was where they were so good last week. I thought they really built that foundation through the forwards, and were able to reap the rewards through their backs as the game went on.
Yeah, your forwards really do need to lay a platform for your backs and halves to do some damage, but that is not going to help them with starting this strong. They'll cough that one straight up to Penrith, 20 metres out. So Penrith, they get the first chance here of points. Comes out to Goat, comes out to McKinnon. McKinnon, he's going to take a run, but he's going to get brought down to the 20 and played out to Turner. Turner comes to Goat, as people call him, the Goat. He gets taken, but Turner comes out to TBK. TBK isn't going to get too much farther than where the play of the ball was. Comes back to Turner. Robbo Mobston, he's going to drive forward. He's going to get the first points for the game here. So we were saying the Tigers forwards, they needed to lay the platform. The Penrith forwards showing how to put points on the board early here. Liam, what do you think?
Yeah, that was impressive stuff from the Panthers. Obviously, pretty forced stuff to start the game, I believe, from Rucky Fringeman out in the number 6 jersey. Yeah, they just gave them a free chance, and but yeah, Penrith, they absolutely took it, and yeah, their forwards really good in that set, just able to march their way forward. Robbo Mobston, just a bit of a crash play, and no one really grabbed the legs of him, and yeah, it was a pretty easy try, but nonetheless, the Panthers will take that one, and yeah, they will be very happy with their lead to start this one.
Yeah, Riley Murray slotting it for the extra 2. So we do see Penrith take the early lead 6-0 here. Jeff Keane, the Tigers captain, he puts it on the boot. He's not going to like what just happened. He's going to want his players to hit reset and get back into this game as soon as possible. As he boots this one downfield, it's going to come down to Kane Nelson. He comes for a run. He doesn't try anything fancy with an offload or a pass out. White, he just takes the run. As Turner comes out to Mobson, the try scorer, he'll take a run here. He's going to get brought down around the legs so that can't get any more meters. Turner comes out to Go. Go comes out to TBK. TBK gets over the 40. So not a bad set so far, Liam.
Yeah, it isn't a bad set so far from the Panthers. They're just working their way forward and making some good meters with it as well. Their forwards, they're just doing a good job at outmuscling the Tigers. Oh, and here's a good run from Murray to add in. And yeah, Panthers, they've really done a good job so far at just beating them in the forwards.
Yeah, as we see, Wakabayashi will put that one down to Xander. Xander's going to come back. He's not going to get past his defender. The Tigers are going to have to work this one out. They haven't really been showing too much of probably what they showed early last week. Liam, how do they get out of this?
Oh, look, it's just first and foremost just getting the error out of the system and just forgetting about it because, yeah, if you keep worrying about that first error, then it will lead you on for the rest of the night. But yeah, they've got to get it out of their system and just go back to basics here. As we said, a nice kick from Leondis. That's a really good way to. It was almost a 40-20s outside there, but yeah, it's a really good way to combat that. And they might get an error out of Riley Murray. He has to be careful here.
Yeah, Murray really close to the line there. We thought maybe he was going to go over, but he's managed to stay in. Not a bad kick from early kick there from the Tigers to try and put the Penrith Panthers back on the back foot. They completed a set. That's all you can ask for at this point in the game. As we see, Turner comes back out to Wakabayashi, comes out to Mobston. Mobston gets monstered and driven back. So Penrith not making too many meters in this set. Liam, what has the Tigers done well here?
Oh, the Tigers, they've just muscled up, and it was a good kick from Leondis to really turn them around. I think it surprised them a little bit. Oh, and that's a bit of a poor kick. Now the Tigers, they'll have a huge chance here, but it's just defensive pressure that led to a bit of an error there. They were, yeah, just forced inside their own end, and yeah, they forced an error.
Yeah, very unusual error there, but the Tigers they have the opportunity 20 meters out, second tackle. The Tigers to get back into this game. As we see, infringement will play it. He comes out to Simmons, comes out to Diab. Diab tries to get past his defender, but can't get anywhere. Penrith smother him in the tackle. Comes out the fringement. Fringement, he'll drive forward for the line. He's going to get wrapped around the legs and put on his back, short of the line. So the Tigers close to the line here. Oh, what a hit. It puts the Tigers on the backside and Penrith will get the ball. And that, Liam, lets Penrith off there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's brilliant stuff from Penrith. I didn't quite catch who it was that hit the Tigers player off that ball and really jolted it free. But yeah, it was great stuff and more of what you want to see from the Panthers. They have really turned up early for this game and particularly defensively. That's a great stand on their line.
Yeah, as we say, they're not really making too many meters, but they have got the kick coming that might get them out of the set. But Ponkston, he's going to get driven into touch. So the Tigers, they will take the attack, the ball and on the attack here.
Yeah,
Liam,
absolutely. That's great defensive resolve, isn't it?
absolutely. The Tigers, they'll go to Leondis. Leondis is just going to go for a run. Comes out to Cashman. Cashman comes out to Simmons. Simmons just tries to drive up the middle. They probably need to go out to their fullback or their winger, someone in the position to strike. Liam, you would think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Cody Mansour obviously has a fair bit of spark in him. I think they'll look to him on the fifth tackle. They'll probably look to infringement with his clutch boot in the grubber. But yeah, they're just going out to Jake Vander, who, yeah, they might have to go to the bomb here though because they are quite far back.
Yeah, comes back out to Leondis. He's going to come up to the line and take it for a kick, but it's going to be a knock on. So he didn't get the grubber in that he'd like to get behind the line there. So Penrith get away there with really no sort of struggle defending their line. We've seen a strip from Simmons on Wakabayashi. So again, the Tigers, they're on the attack. Penrith really struggling to hold on here, you would think, Liam.
Yeah, absolutely. When they've had to defend three sets on their line in a row, you'd have to think it's going to take a toll on them, and they're going to score eventually. As Mansour, oh, Mansour almost broke open.
And that's that strike play you were talking about in Mansour, but he is going to get turned on his back here. The bunker is going to check it just in case. You never know. He might have got the ball down. I think, yeah, we're going to say no try here. I know we'll come out to the 10 to play this, I would say. Liam, the Tigers, they've got the opportunity, as you said, third time on the line here. What do they need to do to get those points?
Look, I think it needs to be similar to what the Panthers did. Just work it forward to your forwards and really just crash play because the outside backs haven't been really working so far. As we said, Boom, you might know. Yeah, but this might be not too bad stuff for the Tigers because they'll be able to be right near the goalpost and have an opportunity to go for the grubber with infringement.
Yeah, sometimes the crash play can pay dividends when you come back out to the 10-meter line. Just a bit more room to work with. As we say, no try, so they will come out to the 10. It is fifth tackle. They will have to go to the grubber or the bomb. They come out to infringement. Infringement goes for the grubber. He gets it off. It bounces off the Penrith player into Bennett's hands, and Bennett is over to score. Liam, what a try.
Yeah, that's brilliant stuff. A bit unlucky stuff for the Panthers, you would have to say. They'd feel quite hard done by. Should have picked that up in the pink hair, but Bennett really reaps the rewards of just grabbing at his feet and yeah, grabs a loose ball and scores the first try for the Tigers. But yeah, they had to score there, I would have to think, because they created three chances back to back to back on their line, and yeah, if they didn't score there, it would have been taking a toll on them mentally. I would have to think. Yeah, when you're not able to score after three chances, it would really be hard to come back from that mentally.
Yeah, you build all that pressure, and if you don't get anything, it does take its toll. But yeah, Tigers, they do get on the board here, so we are back to 6-all with that Jeff Keane conversion. Murray coming to kick this one off again. So far, we've had 15 minutes of this game, and it's been a bit back and forth. We will be getting some interchanges soon, Liam. What sort of impact do you expect them to make?
Look, I think that both sides interchanges will be really impactful. Obviously, around the ruck, it's been really strong so far. I think that both sides have been using their middle forwards to a huge extent, and yeah, getting those fresh legs on through the Panthers. They have Ralph and Shackelford coming on, and whereas the Tigers they have Causa Carrigan and Kobe Johnston coming on. I think the Tigers might have a slight edge there. They just have seem to have that more brute power and brute force in their forwards coming on with Johnston and Carrigan just being so strong, as we say, a kick from Simons. But yeah, it should be interesting to see how that uh, impacts the game when they come on.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Any forward pack with Kobe Johnston in it is a forward pack to be scared of. As we see, TBK, he will take that one, get smothered in a two-man tackle. So it comes out to Wakabayashi. He comes for the inside ball from Goat, but the ball doesn't play out there. That inside ball, a tricky one. So it's a knock on Tigers. They will go on the attack. Comes out to Mansour. Mansour comes out to Xander, but Xander's going to get pushed back. They can't push him in the touch. Both Ponkston and his centre there, he tried to get him over the sideline there and try and get the ball back, but Bennett, he'll take the run here. The Tigers, Liam, they are on the attack here. Do you expect some sort of explosive response?
Yeah, I do, particularly from the outside backs. You'd have to think they fire at some point. They're getting a lot of ball out of here, but yeah, the Panthers, they're making so many unforced errors here. It's unlike them, to be honest. Yeah, they're going to have to fix their act up soon because you'd have to think the Tigers are really going to run away with this one if they keep giving them so many chances.
Yeah, so we fifth last tackle here. It doesn't get any sort of grubber kick there. Penrith pretty much get away with that one as they come out to Mobson, out to Bates. Bates will take the run here. Both these teams really showing last week that they could really attack and they didn't really stress too much. Oh, what a hit. The Tigers proving just again that they want the ball in this end and they do not want it anywhere else, Liam.
Yes, they do. Boom brings the boom, baby. He smashed that Penrith forward off the ball, and he gets the ball. Now he's looking to get a try for himself. No, but yeah, that was great stuff, and they are really on the attack again.
Yeah, a little dart from Dunning half didn't pay off. He got the offload, but Keane, he gets met straight away. Comes back to Boom. Boom's not going to get taken. He's going to get smacked in a two-man tackle backwards. The Tigers, they're sort of going backwards in this set. They're not really getting any sort of impact. 16 meters gained. Fifth tackle, they'd have to go to the grubber, but they're going to go for a bomb by the looks of it. They've come back. They've gone for the bomb. It's gone up. It's a tap back to Leondis. Leondis, not the person you want to get the ball on the tap back. He's got really no sort of room to move. So it's just a handover. Liam, the interchanges, they are coming in now. What sort of impact do you expect?
Yeah, well, both those interchanges, I think for Penrith, they are really going to be impactful. They need to really bring an impact through the middle because if not, they are really going to struggle. They are out on their feet at the moment, and yeah, they need some push forward from these two to really elevate them up the field because otherwise they are going to keep getting held back and the Tigers are going to keep having great field position. It's just not going to end well. But I think the Tigers, it will be great for them once they get their interchanges on because we saw last week they really broke the game open, Carrigan and Johnston.
Yeah, the one thing the Penrith Panthers will like with the Tigers interchanges is Boom is going off. So there's going to be no more Boom from Boom at the moment. Xander, he plays this out to Cashman. Cashman comes to Simmons. Simmons comes out to Fringement. He will take the run here. Doesn't try to get it out to the winger or something. Open space on the edge there. Comes out to Simmons. Comes out to Diab on the wing. No room to move on the edge, though. The Tigers not really making any sort of meters in this set. As we see Johnson, he gets to run there. Liam, the Tigers, they're not really making too much out of this set.
No, they're not, but we see a couple good runs at the end of it through Johnston and then Cashman. But yeah, they really were a bit mediocre on that set, you'd have to say. But yeah, they made up for it at the end, and yeah, they're still going to have the Panthers hemmed in if they can get a good defensive return on Ponkston. But no, he breaks one and held and tackle penalty. That's really going to help the Panthers out.
Yeah, that gives the Panthers an easy 10, 15 meters from the penalty. Definitely not what the Tigers needed to do there. They did wrap up Ponkston from sort of giving any sort of kick return there, but giving away the penalty does not help their case. As we see TBK, he gets the tackle there. Wakabayashi, he's going to throw the forward pass to Ralph, but I'm not sure about that one, Liam.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it was caught behind him. Like his arm was outstretched to the behind him, and yeah, it looked like he compensated for it. And yeah, I thought it was line ball to be honest. But yeah, Penrith hard done by there, and unfortunately have to defend their line again.
Yeah, the Tigers, they are familiar with this territory at this point. Not a lot of points coming from it, though, so you would think they need to do something if you're spending this much time down this end. Liam.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's going to be hard stuff for the Panthers here. They've had to do about 4 or 5 sets in the last 10 minutes on their line, and yeah, they're just going to have a lot of fatigue in their legs by the end of this half if this continues.
They may have a lot of fatigue, but if the Tigers aren't going to try to attack their line, it's just easy takes any day of the week. As we see Shackelford, he tries to get out of their end. Turner comes out to TBK. TBK is going to drive over the 20. Penrith, they're on the move here, but they still sort of need to get out of their end. How do they do that, Liam?
Look, it probably does need to come more from the outside backs. I think that the forwards, they just aren't really able to make as many meters as they need. Oh, as I say that, it's a pretty poor pass from dummy half. Might have came off the head of a Penrith player, but yeah. Oh, what's this from dummy half? There's a bit of a miscommunication, obviously, because players are just not running under the ball at the minute. But yeah, this is going to have to be fixed up relatively quickly for Penrith.
Yeah, maybe that's that fatigue factor setting in. They've defended their line quite a lot this half. So Wakabayashi does get a kick away there to sort of give him some breathing room, but Cashman, he'll just take a dart from dummy half because the defenders, they fell back into the line, leaving the markers, pretty much marker spot open. Comes out to Simmons. Simmons comes out to Carrigan. Carrigan's going to get met in a one-man tackle there and taken down. The Tigers, they do have this field position and they are in control of this game, I would think, Liam. Penrith, what do they need to do to get back into it?
Now, look, I think Penrith, they really need to get it to Riley Murray and their strike players. I think they need to use their spine needs to improve though massively. Their spine has been a bit subpar in this half. I would say get back to basics, but their forwards just aren't really able to penetrate. And yeah, Ralph and Shackelford just haven't shown a lot since they came on the field. But yeah, when their spine's playing like this, it's fairly hard. But they've just got to find ways for Ponkston, Tour, and Murray to get quality ball because I think that's the only way at the minute for them to start to win this field position back.
Yeah, they can't expect it from the kick returns because Tua, he was smothered the moment he touched that ball. The kick chase has been electrifying from the Tigers. As we see Turner comes out to Wakabayashi, he comes to Shackelford. Shackelford gets stripped, but it's going to be called an illegal strip here, so the Penrith will get the penalty. That might make up for the forward pass earlier because I don't know if there was more than one in the tackle for that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I didn't see close enough. I thought maybe it was one-on-one, but didn't see the right angle. But yeah, judging by the no lack of captain's challenge, maybe there was two in the tackle.
That is correct. You've got a captain's challenge. If you believe the ruling is not right, you can challenge it. But as we see, Penrith players just getting smashed there again. They've definitely become very physical tonight, the Tigers.
Yeah, they have been. Their forward back has been insane so far. It's just, I find it a little bit crazy they haven't been able to score any points in the last 20 minutes, given how much they've been able to knock Penrith off the ball.
Yeah, they've definitely had the field position, they've had the control, and they've definitely brought the physicality. But we do sit 6-all here as Cashman. He just takes a dart from dummy half and doesn't get. I mean, he got about 10 meters in that run. Comes out to Keane. Keane's going to go for a run, but he's going to get driven back. So it's going to get back roughly around to where the play the ball was. Keane, he will play this ball. Come out to Cashman. Cashman comes out to Fringement. Fringement's going to kick it down onto the wing of Tua. Tua, he's going to get taken. So no real kick return there again, Liam.
Yeah, definitely. It's that was more space for Tua to really exploit there, but just wasn't able to step that Tigers center. And yeah, it was good work from Diab out there, but yeah, they weren't able to really capitalize on that. As we see, Nielsen not expecting it, but yeah, I think they've got to get it to Ponks and Riley Murray because otherwise they are a bit doomed here because they are just it's not working their current strategy.
Yeah, the forwards trying to go through the middle. It's just fatigue. It sent City there. Mansour, he fumbled that one a bit. It looked like it might have been off the head of another player, but the ref, he's called play on, so we'll play on. Comes out to Johnson. Johnson goes for a run. He comes over the 40. Johnson plays the ball out to Cashman. Cashman comes out to Leondis. Leondis goes for a run. I thought he was going to try and offload it or something on the line, but he gets met with two defenders there. Can't get the ball anywhere. So Johnson, he comes for another run in this set. Really proving to be the workhorse in this set for the Tigers, Liam.
Yeah, definitely. Johnson's been huge since coming onto the field. He is just working it forward. Every time he seems to touch it, he just is making 10 meters or so every time. And oh, he's Ponkston. You don't want to give it to him, and that's why. Dom Ponkston. Is he going to be caught? Yeah, no, Dom Ponkston's going to the house. What a run from Dommy Ponkston. Not sure why they didn't stop kicking it to Tua, but they are going to have to pay for that, the Tigers.
You're absolutely right. They were kicking the tour and he wasn't doing anything. So why would you kick it to the other guy? But Ponkston, he gets past his defenders. He runs 90 meters. He scores, puts Penrith in front with 4 minutes to go in this half. I was just thinking before that Penrith, they really need halftime to come with the amount of fatigue that's in their side. But as you were saying, they need to get it out to their strike players. Ponkston on the wing, and that shows why.
Yeah, definitely. I think that they got a bit of luck that they kicked it out to Ponkston because yeah, it was just working so well kicking it down to the right hand side of Tua. But yeah, there's just kicking it down to the wrong winger and yeah, they have to pay for that. But yeah, the Tigers, they will really go into the sheds at 6-12. They will really be disappointed going into halftime. Their forwards have worked so hard in this half, and I think their forwards have absolutely won the battle in this one so far. And yeah, they're just going to be have to hold their heads high and hope that their spine can really improve in that second half.
Yeah, the Tigers, they've definitely felt like to be the better team here in this half. So to be going into the sheds down is a massive thing. But you said the Tigers, they just need to hold their heads high. Another 40 minutes to go. It's still a game that they can come back and win. But Penrith, they just want half time to come. They're just not going to chance anything right now. They are in the lead. Going into the sheds at halftime with the lead, with considering how they've played so far, it's definitely nothing to be disappointed with, Liam.
Yeah, definitely. They will certainly take that. As we get a ball strip, Moses Valentine just strips it out of the winger. So I think it's Jake Xander out there. No, it's Jake Xander out there. But yeah, that is great stuff from the center. And they will have one more chance before half time to extend the lead.
Yeah, I was saying that they just want half time to come, but I stand corrected. Penrith want more points as they come out to Murray. Murray, you would have thought he was in for all money. He would have scored, but no, he gets taken. 20 seconds to go. They come out to Goat, comes out to Nelson. Nelson's going to go for a run. He's going to drive forward. He's going to get the ball down, and they're going to put this one up to the bunker. But I think Nelson's gone over for the points here.
Yeah, you'd be correct. Nielsen, he's grounded that one, and that's a brilliant try from the number 7 for Penrith. Yeah, they are really going to reap the rewards of some Tigers' errors late in this half. Yeah, with about 10 seconds to go and they extend the lead. This is really sad stuff for the Tigers because they were dominated this first half.
Yeah, and it just proves how quickly something can change in this game of ours. In what, not a matter of 4 minutes, the Penrith Panthers have put on 12 points to take an 18, well, I shouldn't say 18 lead because we can see that this kick could always miss. Nah, he's got that one. So Murray converts it. It's an 18-point lead. We'll see it in the second half.
Hello, NRL Hotel. How can I help?
Yeah, g'day. I'd like to organise an early checkout, please.
How does the 60-minute mark of the grand final sound?
Perfect.
But I booked a final spot in round 10.
So it looks like that was cancelled in round 13. So if you could just move aside, though, we've got some genuine top 8 teams about to check in. There you go.
What?
All the best.
Really?
Penthouse.
Oh, you have got to be joking.
Going up the was?
Nah, down.
Yo!
So we've had some complaints. Is there any chance you can wrap this party up soon?
Yeah, sure. Just give us another couple of seasons, all right?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Is that all you're going to do to stop them?
Better than you managed.
Yes, Rooms. Yeah, send up another 5 utility players, please.
Right away, sir. And shall I send up some more Panthers?
Ooh, sounds delish.
Any baggage, sir?
Yeah, heaps. Try 38 years worth.
Jeez Louise.
Can I help you?
Yeah, actually, got any wins against top 8 teams in here somewhere?
I just have towels.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Welcome back, SRL fans, to this clash between the West Tigers and Penrith Panthers. Very interesting first half, Liam. We got a lot of action towards the end of the game, end of the half. That would have been interesting, led to interesting talks in the sheds. Do you want to run us through that?
Yeah, absolutely. It was very interesting to go down to some of those sheds and see what both of those sides were talking about. I think the Panthers, they were very happy with the end of that half as TBK were a brilliant bump off. But they were very happy to just their defensive resolve in the entire half to really just fight through their errors and just defend. To only keep the Tigers to 1 try in that first half was great for TBK. He was really impressed with that and just urged his side to really continue that defensive pressure. And for the Tigers, I think Kane was he was a bit disappointed with how his side wasn't able to find the line enough in that first half. They got a lot of chances and he just urged his side to really take their opportunities whenever they get them in this second half.
Yeah, we do get a few interesting interchanges at halftime too. One of the most notable ones that I wanted to have a chat with you is Pongston has come into fullback, moving Murray out to the wing. Considering Pongston made that 80-metre dash to score the try to start that opening couple of scores towards the end of halftime, do you think that's the right call, Liam?
Well, I think at least, even if it isn't, Pongston isn't the better player at fullback, it will get Murray out in the wing. And if he's able to exploit the kick returns the same way Pongston did, he'll be really lethal out there. It's just a thing of, will they even kick it down his wing? But yeah, if Pongston's got enough energy, it could be a good thing to exploit the fitness kind of thing. But that's a bit of a letdown on the last. But the referees decided to have a look. It might be a captain's challenge.
Yeah, they're looking at this one to see if he thinks he's got the kick off first. But it looks like he has just dropped it onto it's come off his knee, so I feel like this is going to be unsuccessful. And that is unsuccessful. So the Tigers do get the ball here. Penrith, they tried that one because, it was a try-scoring situation, so, why not? As we say, Kanachi, he comes back. But yeah, Liam, as we were saying, the Tigers, they definitely they were the better team in the first half. The second half here, they're down by 12. They need points. Where do you think they get them?
Look, I think that the spine just needs to. I think they need to play a lot better in this second half. I think while Fringement was good at running the ball in that first half, I think his boot needs to step up in this second half. He wasn't good near the goal line with his grubber, and he just needs to step up because we know he's got it in him. But yeah, he just needs to step up with that boot and really able to penetrate in between the line. And yeah, if he's able to do that, I think that goes a long way for the Tigers because if their forwards are playing the same way they did in that first half, they will certainly make the meters required to give them opportunities.
Yeah, the halves do definitely need to think a bit more about the kicking game instead of just the run game. As we see, Penrith, they will push over here. They're up to the roughly halfway mark with the fourth tackle here. That comes out to Nelson. Nelson comes out to Ponkston, comes out to Tua. Tua steps one. He gets past another defender. He beats Mansell, but he's lucky. Mansell's lucky there that Jeff Keane has brought him down there. Tua definitely showing that he has the ability to just be as dangerous on that wing as Ponkston was. Liam, I don't think there's a safe way to kick down to either of these wingers at the moment.
No, there isn't. They are proving to be dangerous whenever they get early ball, and it's just a thing. I think the Tigers did really well in that first half. They kicked down to the Penrith wingers and gave them next to no time majority of the time, and it really helped their centres to have an easy job to really just not get stepped and give them little space to be able to work with there. If they can do that in this second half, then it makes their job extremely easier. And but yeah, if they're stuck inside their half, it makes it hard because they're giving them more space, time and space on the kick return.
Yeah, and they kicked that one down to open space, so there was a bit of ball open space there. But Ryan, he brings that one back. Comes out to Valentine. Valentine goes to TBK. He can't get past the defenders like he did on the last run he had. So he'll play the ball to O'Neill. O'Neill comes out to Wakabayashi. Comes to Goat. Goat takes the tackle, met by two defenders there. Third tackle, they're only at their 40, so they now push into the halfway mark with Wakabayashi on the fourth. The Tigers have kept the Penrith pretty strong defensively here, Liam.
Yeah, they definitely have, and yeah, it's a good set I think from the Panthers here to really just make the meters, and they're getting into a bit of a grind here. I think with both sides, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out because I think the Tigers, they probably are more suited to this kind of game, but so far they're struggling to make meters to come out of their own end.
Yeah, second tackle, and they're only at their 10, and all that one was looking quite forward from up here. So they're probably lucky to get away with that one. As Cashman, he'll go for a dart from dummy half. The marker was definitely not set there, so he has to be pulled out of the line. Mansour plays it out to Leondis. Leondis comes out to Fringement. Fringement just really goes for a run. I think if they kept going the ball out to the wingers there, they would have opened up more space. Fifth tackle, 35 metres into their half. Leondis puts the boot down. It's going to come straight down to Murray. Bit of confusion between Murray and Ponkston, so he doesn't get too many metres on the kick return. Liam, the Tigers, they are playing in this game, but the clock is against them.
Yeah, it's just time moving off the clock every set they continue with, and yeah, every set that they're able to not score points is just a reminder that the clock's ticking, and yeah, they only have so many sets left to be able to mount pressure on the Panthers line. But yeah, I think they will get a chance soon. But yeah, you just have to wonder, is their ability to not take their opportunities in the first half going to cost them tonight's game?
Yeah, the Tigers, they definitely had a lot of opportunities in that first half that could possibly come back to haunt them. As we see, just as much as the opportunities that the Tigers probably get, Penrith are getting the same. So what team will crack first in this half? As we see, the Tigers, they will have to play out of their end again. Through Keane. Keane gets up. He can't get too many metres, but he'll play the ball. It's the first tackle, so they've got plenty of time. Comes out to Ramraid. Ramraid is going to get driven back. He's going to get driven towards the sideline, but he is going to stay in. Comes out to Cashman. Cashman goes to Mansour. Mansour can't step or can't even get it past his defender. The Tigers not really getting out of their end here, Liam.
Yeah, they definitely aren't. They're struggling. Oh, and here's an error. Just down a very narrow short side. And you just have to wonder, was that the right call there? Or even if they can't make meters, it was just too short, that short side. And yeah, they paid the penalty for it.
Yeah, it's kids' yard football. Kids, get your hands up. Always be ready for the ball. And clearly that player was not. As we see Mobson, he'll go for a run straight up the guts. He saw the line. He was going for it. He wanted a double. Beats, he'll come out. He wants to get one too. Mobson's got one, so he wants one. Comes out to O'Neill. O'Neill comes to Goat. Goat, he's going to drive forward. No defender's going to get him, and then Goat, he's going to score.
Yeah, definitely. That's just a crash over try from the Penrith forward again. It was very prominent in that first half. Yeah, just Hawser Carrigan was the only one that was really there to help out and got him around the chest sort of area. And yeah, no one really helped out around the legs to turn him when he's back. But yeah, it's starting to cost the Tigers here. And yeah, they didn't learn from their mistake in that first half. And yeah, they are going to be down 18 points after Murray converts this one. And yeah, this is really going to be hard for them now to come back in this game with 18 points the margin.
You are correct. Penrith, they may not have scored as many points so far in this game as they did last week, but they are proving that they can still score those points. The Tigers, even with a big margin like last week, isn't showing tonight. And what you can do one week doesn't necessarily mean you can do it the next, and it's showing. As TBK, he goes for a drive here. Comes out to O'Neill. O'Neill comes out to Wakabayashi. He's going to throw the intercept, though. So Bennett gets the intercept, and the Tigers, they have the opportunity here. Points on the board right now is so crucial to their game here, Liam.
Yeah, definitely. They need to score right now. They are. They may not get another opportunity in this game. They have really not got a chance in this second half, and this is their first. They really need to be clinical here.
They need to turn the momentum, and that is an open gate try for Keane. The defender's absolutely in, well, no man's land there. And Keane will not score an easier try in his career, I believe.
Yeah, Jeff Keane, the captain, with a captain's knock there, just running a brilliant line in between Harrison Coward and the forward there for Penrith. Yeah, it wasn't great defense there, but Jeff Keane, he will take that any day of the week. He needs to convert here, though, because making this a 12-point game is imperative. When you're behind, you really don't want to have to score extra tries to catch up to the other team, and he does.
Need to be going up in sixes, not fours. But yes, as he's converted that one, the Tigers, they claw this lead back down to a 12-point deficit. 22 minutes to go. Plenty of time to do it. They just can't get complacent, the Tigers. They need to stay on the attack. They need to keep that momentum. Murray, as we see, lines this one up to kick down. It is going to be crucial, this first set after points land.
Yeah, definitely. Just finding their way to a kick and getting some good meters on the back of this set is imperative for them here as Leondis. That's a brilliant return off the kick. But yeah, if they can get their forwards and being able to get out to their 50 is huge in this set.
Yeah, you'd want 50, you want 60, hell, take 70. But you know what? You do definitely want to complete the set. You do not want to give possession up too easily. Hell, Penrith, they scored 2 tries in 4 minutes. The Tigers, let's see if they can do that. Liam.
Yeah, definitely. They are. Oh, I thought they might go for a 40-20 here, but yeah, they just need to trust their attack here and trust the defense that they can force an error out of Penrith here. If they get a good kick down and hem them inside their 20 or 30, they will back themselves to force an error out of this Penrith side. And I know it hasn't been really evident in this second half so far, but yeah, they've made a lot of errors in that first half, so definitely got the capability to make them.
Yeah, Penrith, they do have some great field position here starting this set. Second tackle. Ponkston comes out. He may be playing fullback, but he's back out on the wing for some reason. Turner gets taken in the middle there and driven back, so no sort of meters gained on that one. Fourth tackle goes to O'Neill, comes out to Nelson. Nelson's going to go for the early 40-20 kick, but it's not going to have the angle. It's going to come straight down to Mansour. Mansour, he's going to get past one, but he's going to get met by three of Panthers defenders. They need probably to score very shortly if they want to try and get back into this one, Liam.
Yeah, definitely. But scoring the try the last 5 minutes has definitely helped their case. I mean, 18 minutes to score, 2 tries to level it up and go to golden point. It's not out of the question here. A try every 9 minutes. But the way they're going, it's certainly still in the realms of possibility here. And yeah, Boom's back on the field, and he is looking for absolute rampage here. We obviously know what he did in that first half, and be interesting to see if he's able to knock someone else off the ball.
Yeah, and that one definitely was not the kick you needed, but they do get the defender straight away, so there's no real chance for a kick return. McKinnon comes out for a tackle. The Tigers, yeah, as you said, they still have time to possibly get those points to bring it into the golden point, but if you can score quick and you can score early here, you may be able to score enough to take it in regulation. As it comes out to Ponkston, and Ponkston's they're going to get pinned for a forward pass there. So Tigers, they do have that opportunity, Liam, to get some more points here.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, we see Mansour make a run there, but I think that the Tigers, they really need to get their outside backs going because they have not been able to really go to the best of their ability in this game. And I'm not sure what it is to do with the Penrith defence, but yeah, Mansour hasn't been able to step up so far. Oh, he's got a bit of space here, but yeah, that's they've got a huge chance here.
Yeah, third tackle comes out to Fringement, comes out to Keane, the captain. He tries to do something, but gets smacked in a two-man tackle and driven back. Cashman goes down the short side, goes to Ram Raid. Ram Raid's going to get driven back. He's going to, oh, you would have thought those legs went in the touch, but they mustn't have touched the sideline. But Cashman, he's not going to pick up the ball at all, and he's just going to hand it over.
That's a brain fart there from Jono Cashman. Not sure how he didn't see that ball roll under his feet, and yeah, just too late on it. And by the time he rolled back, the Penrith defence was able to just grab him out of marker. And yeah, that's poor stuff from the number 9. Really needed the chance to get it out to Fringement and be able to at least have the chance to hold the Panthers inside their 20 there.
Yeah, a kick to end that set definitely was needed there instead of just a standard handover. As Penrith, they'll get 41 metres here. Fifth tackle inside the Tigers' half. Well, they were until they threw it back for the kick. Ramraid, he's going to go for a run. He's not going to get past his defenders, but you can't really, be disappointed for the lack of trying there. As Baum, he goes for a run. He's going to get met by 2 defenders, but he's going to keep going. They're definitely the driving force behind this attack. Oh, as Keane, he fends one off. Keane, he just throws the Penrith defender to the ground. Fringement, he gets a run there, but look, 4th tackle comes out to Keane again, only up to the halfway. The Tigers, they are running out of time, Liam.
Yeah, they are. As every set goes on, you just wonder. It's just they haven't taken their opportunities in this game, and I think it's going to cost them here tonight. They have just had so many opportunities and just not able to take many of them. They've only taken 2 out of about what feels like 8 or 9 chances inside the Penrith 20, and it feels like Penrith, they've just been way more clinical here tonight. And yeah, that's what is going to be the deciding factor here tonight, you'd have to think.
Yeah, and it is a crucial game. It is our last game before we go into our mid-season break. So it is a game you would probably really like to win. You wouldn't want to go into this mid-season break the losers. Thinking about that until the season starts again, being the losers. As we said, the kick comes down to Xander. Xander's going to a bit of a bounce there. I don't know if he was expecting it to bounce out or if he was meant to go for it. But Diab, he comes for a run. Liam, the Tigers, we've said it so many times already, but the clock is against them.
Yes, it is. And yeah, they are. They really have it against them here to do it. And yeah, they are just not really getting the meters required to be giving themselves a chance inside that Penrith red zone. They're really going to have to rely on another error from Penrith here if there were any chance of getting some more points here.
Yeah, another set that doesn't really make it to the halfway mark is definitely not doing them any favors. Penrith, they really don't need to do too much here, you would think, Liam.
Yeah, they just need to get through their sets and make sure they're not making errors. That's the simplicity of it. Oh, that's a big shot from Anthony Boom. Oh my God, he is bringing the booms tonight.
Yeah, not the sort of shot that knocked the ball loose, but he definitely felt that one. As Murphy, he gets the ball there. O'Neill just is no man's land there. He was just staring off into the crowd. Maybe someone he knew. But Wakabayashi does the same thing, but then tries to do a dummy, and boom, just wraps him up. Penrith, they're not really, like, I know we say they can just complete their sets, but you're not really giving them any sort of field position if you're just going to go those one-out dummy half runs.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. I think that it's not really that good from Penrith, that end of the set. But yeah, I think that they just need to get through the set. It's pretty simple because they can't allow the Tigers to have great field position on their 20 or so. As long as they're not making errors, they don't do that. And yeah, the clock's ticking down, and yeah, they're just making it even harder for the Tigers because yeah. They need great field position to even have a chance here.
Yeah, as we said, Diab, he'll take the last tackle there, 35 meters out. So definitely a bit better than what they've ended their last couple of sets. But again, it's fifth tackle, and they're booting it down to Murray on the wing there. Murray, he gets past one, but he can't get past the next defender. The Tigers, they need to force an error, if you would think. Oh, and that looked like that might have been an error there, but the ref has ruled it otherwise. But no, the Tigers really do need to do something here. As Ponkston, he gets past one. Baum does meet him and take him down, though, so Baum not letting him past him there. As Wakabayashi, he just comes for a run. Penrith, they're not worried about throwing it around. They know they've got this game. They've got the 12-point lead. They've got 4 minutes to go. Liam, this game, I would feel, is over.
Yeah, you would have to say, yeah, unless they can get a kick return try here for Ramray down here, you'd have to say it's probably going to be, yeah, they've just got 3.5 minutes, but they need to score extremely quickly to even have the slimmest possibility of winning this game.
Yeah, we did see 12 points from Penrith in less than 4 minutes, but I don't know, the Tigers just don't have the field position for it, you would think. As we see, Mansour, he gets met in a tackle there. So he can't even really do much. Keane, he comes for a run, but again, met with defenders. So not really any meters from him either. They're just fourth tackle. It's halfway now. Diab, he's on to the halfway mark with fifth tackle. The Tigers, it's fifth tackle, kick out down from infringement. 2 minutes to go. Tua, he's going to step one. He can't get past the second defender. Liam, I feel like, as I said before, that's game over.
Yeah, you can hear a fat lady singing out in the crowd. This game is roughly over, and yeah, I think it might be a good idea to have a look onto after the break and some of these sides who they play, and obviously the Tigers, they are coming off. They'll be coming off a loss, and they'll be playing the Rabbitohs, which is another hard clash for them after the break.
Yeah, it's another, like you said, it's another hard clash, and look, 1 week obviously doesn't translate to the next, so you never know what can come out of that game when they play. But infringement, he just takes the tackle there. It's 37 seconds to go. Can they get a consolation try? Leondis, he gets taken. He gets brought down. 16 seconds to go. Comes out to Cashman. Goes to Bennett. You might as well throw it out to Mansour. See what he can do. 2 seconds, but not Cashman. He's just going to take the run from dummy half, and that's the full-time siren. Penrith come away the victors here at Leichhardt, 24-12. A very explosive, both teams from last week's game. Really not showing a lot this week in terms of high scoring, but the Penrith Panthers, they got it done when they needed it.
Yeah, they definitely did. The Panthers, they were just more clinical in this game, and the scoreboard shows it. They had probably less chances, you'd have to say, but yeah, they took them whenever they got them. Obviously, that's something the stat board won't show us. But yeah, as we look through some of these stats, obviously 4 tries to 2 here tonight. As we look at possession, 52 to 48, relatively even there for the Tigers and Penrith. Obviously, completions. The Panthers, they weren't that clinical with their completing their sets, and yeah, they didn't really improve that in the second half. They were pretty poor at it in the first half, and yeah, they weren't able to improve. Obviously, the 11 errors just not ideal for the Panthers, but they ended up winning, Luke.
Yeah, they definitely took their opportunities, as you said. The Tigers, they had plenty of that field position and an attacking zone in the first half, but they couldn't capitalize on that, and that has cost them tonight. But, you know, it is the individuals that we like to see. So what are the individual performances like tonight, Liam?
Yeah, let's have a look. So we see for the Tigers to start, Simon's had a solid first half at lock, 66 meters, 13 tackles. As we look down and let's see. Jono Cashman with 81, and that's not that great for a hooker. Cody Mansell was held really quiet tonight. Another thing that was really not going the Tigers' way. 118 meters. Yeah, just not ideal for a fullback. He didn't even have to do that much defensive work. 6 tackles. I thought he missed a tackle, but apparently not. Yeah, Leondis was really solid. You can't say he didn't try tonight. 177 run meters. He had 6 kicks, 220 meters off the boot. He had an error and a penalty, but yeah, I thought he was really solid here tonight. As we keep looking down to Jeff Keane, the captain, had 140 meters at back row, 18 tackles, only 2 missed. Obviously, got the only try, one of the only tries tonight for the Tigers. Yeah, really solid from him. Dean Bennett, what an effort from him, though. I thought he was outstanding here tonight. Arguably the Tigers' best player, 151 run meters, 27 tackles, only the 1 missed, 2 line breaks, 98 kick meters. Actually, 2 kicks rather, and the try. So yeah, he had a really good night, I thought, tonight. And Rucky Fringeman, while he wasn't at his best, I would have to say, 185 run meters is still really solid. Obviously, over the 200 meter mark off the boot, and set up that try still. But yeah, just the errors were really costly there tonight from Rucky.
Yeah, the error is definitely costing the Tigers there with Rucky, as you said. As we said, the Penrith Panthers, they have some incredible individual stats. Ponkston, 255 run meters. Kane Nelson, 117. TBK, 132. Chris Wakabayashi, 120 run meters. Nepo Goat, 111 meters. Those individual performances just sort of tell the tale of why Penrith come away the victors here, Liam.
Yeah, they definitely do. I think that they just had more consistent performers. You'd have to say they had. It was more across the board. It was spread more evenly, whereas the Tigers maybe just didn't spread it as much. You'd have to say. But yeah, they were really key tonight. Maybe Preston Bates deserves a mention. 85 meters. He had 19 tackles, 1 missed. He had a kick for 46. Made the error, but yeah, it was. Oh no, that's not him. Yeah, he was pretty solid there tonight. But yeah, not sure there's anyone else there to mention.
No, there isn't a lot really. As you said, it's a solid team effort from the Penrith Panthers. Individually, some real good performances they'll be pretty proud of. As we see, now we head into our mid-season break, both teams really looking to those rep teams and then coming back to finish off the season. That's us tonight here at SRL.